Green Bay has relaxed, and now they're playing their type of ball. So I'm going to go with Green Bay. They're rolling, and Aaron Rodgers is looking ridiculous right now.
Right. Same here. I'm going with Green Bay. Green Bay, like same sentence that you just made there. Rolling. Aaron Rodgers has been doing what he's been doing. Like you said, since the last thing, they seem to be playing very well. Still got to get A-listers up the bar. Jordy Nelson is very underrated. I don't know why that guy is very underrated. Randall Cobb.
You know why he's underrated?
Why?
You know why Jordy Nelson's underrated, right?
Go ahead and say it.
Because he's white.
There you go. The boy can play though. The boy
he's white. That's the reason why he was underrated. Wes Welker was underrated there for a long time. Why?
Yeah.
Because he's a white wide receiver.
Hey, the boy can play though, regardless of that. They need to recognize that. That boy is fast, man. He got some speed to him. So
it matched up with Randall Cobb. It's a good duo.
Yeah.
They complement each other very well.
So we don't
in that offense.
We don't see New Orleans trying to. Is this going to be a ball game or is this going to be a blowout?
I think it'll be somewhat of a ball game, a 10, 13-point ball game.
Yeah.
But there's something going on in New Orleans. I don't know if it's with Sean Payton or what's going on, but it's just weird.
It's weird. All right, last game. Why they get a Monday game, I have no idea. Again, but the Washington Redskins at the Dallas Cowboys.
Cowboys gonna whoop that ass.
The debut of Colt McCoy.
I
don't think RG3 is clear.
Robert Griffin is questionable.
He's questionable?
He's questionable.
I know they was thinking about. I didn't know if he was clear yet.
Yeah, he's questionable for the game.
All right, so
either way, I don't give a crap who their quarterback is. Dallas is gonna whoop that ass because they're not gonna be able to start DeMarco Murray.
DeMarco Murray rushing streak continues.
Oh yeah, definitely. The one game I think and you're gonna laugh. People are gonna laugh, but they don't realize that the Jaguars rushing defense is bad. I think DeMarco Murray's rushing streak ends in London.
Okay.
I think that's actually where it stops.
You heard it here first from Kevin Carter.
I think the Jaguars will hold him under 100 yards.
Intriguing. All right, so we'll have to see that, and we'll definitely talk more about that. That game is next week, correct?
That game's I think it's in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks.
So 2 weeks.
We'll keep tabs on that game there, and I'm sure Kevin will spend more on that for us. Should be fun. The bye weeks are the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers.
Hey!
So they have a bye week here. And that should really do it here. You catch any college football today so far, or?
I was watching a little bit of the Kentucky Mississippi State game, and Kentucky was giving them a fucking game, but everybody wanted to laugh when they said Kentucky ain't gonna be that good. This isn't basketball. Well, Kentucky's giving the number one team, and they were at halftime. It was 17-10, so they're giving them fits.
So
early in the game. So I caught a little bit of that one, and then I caught a little bit of that. So
definitely. Hey, well, that should do it for us, man. That's our football picks. It was real quick. We did the NCAA court because the games are playing right now. So we'll let y'all resume back to go to the games. Do stay tuned, folks, because probably for a couple of days, basketball is near upon us.
I was about to say, just let them know what's coming Monday and Tuesday.
Monday and Tuesday, we're doing the Western Conference Western Conference preview, and then the Eastern Conference preview, just separate shows. We'll go through our picks, go through our analysis. I'm actually going to stuff right now. You hear from me, Mr. Carter, Mr. C.L. Anthony to join us. Anybody else, I'm reaching out to a few more people of the Hardwood Nation that would join us. And my buddy Justin, who came on a few times. So should be a fun podcast. Just a lot of, discussion of NBA because it's about that time. So expect now this podcast to be in full throttle with football, basketball, NCAA football and basketball.
And hockey. Oh no, I'm just kidding.
Woo, Bruins! I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I'm white. I had to throw in a hockey thing, but I don't watch.
Did you watch some of the World? I watched a little bit of the World Series near the end there.
I watched a little bit of it. Kansas City's up 2-1 now, so I like that just because they have KC on their hats.
Hey man, they're doing pretty good. And then
I would like to see the Royals win just because A, it's different.
Yeah.
And B, that city deserves it.
They do.
So it'd be pretty cool for them to actually get something good going up in there. That would be pretty good for them.
Right. Shields actually played for Tampa Bay, and he was their pitcher in Game 1. And boy, Tampa Bay just when it rains it pours. Joe Madden is resigned.
Even as well. Yeah, that was a big thing. Now the Cubs fans are going nuts because they want Madden as their coach. So I'm like, really? Does he want to go to the Cubs? They have the worst luck in the history of anyone. So why would anyone want to go coach the Cubs?
So it makes you wonder. Days, pretty much baseball in Tampa Bay. I wonder how the days are numbered there. You know?
Well, Tampa is not. It's not really a huge sports town. It really isn't. I know they got the Buccaneers, and I know they got the Rays, and they got the Lightning and everything. They got all the teams. But when you look at the people go to the games and stuff like that, it's very, very, very sketchy on how many people go to the games. Like, you could go to a Devil Ray game, unless they're playing the Yankees or the Red Sox, and there's maybe 7,000 people there, if that. It's kind of like Miami. Miami is a shitty sports town. Them people hate going. They don't go to games unless they're winning. In Miami, they refuse to go to games unless they're winning in Miami. That's why you don't see people at the Dolphin games most of the time. That's why you don't see it, because people just don't want to go to those games.
It's a shame, man, but you know
it really is, because the Marlins have built a beautiful ballpark.
Yeah, they have.
For people to go to down in Tampa's a dump, though. Where the Devil Rays play, it's a dump.
Oh yeah, down in St. Petersburg in that area.
That place needs to be. That place looks like a titty from the outside. You drive up to it, it looks like a titty. It even has a nipple on the top of it. I'm like, I call it the titty. I call it the lopsided titty stadium.
Oh gosh.
But it's just a dump. It's old, and you can tell they don't really care, because they're not even talking about building them a good spot to go for and play ball in and everything like that. And because I've been there many times to watch games there. So it's one of those things. Plus, it's way the fuck out the way in St. Pete.
It really
you have to drive the BFE to get to it. And I'm like, it's just not convenient. And people don't want to go in Tampa. People just don't want to go.
No.
You'll have your diehards that'll go, but they're just. I'm not calling them a fair weather city, because even sometimes in their fair weather days they don't go until it's the playoffs.
Right.
And they don't go until the Yankees or the Red Sox are playing. So that's what it is. It's almost every city in Florida is almost the same way, where you have so many transplant fans that unless they're playing these other teams that the people are fans of, they're not going to go to games.
Right.
And that's even the same in Jacksonville when you look at the Jaguar game. But at least in Jacksonville, when you look at it, we get 96% of the stadium filled up.
Yeah.
In a thing, because we're really not fair weather fans up there, because we don't have nothing else to be a fan of.
Right.
We have to be a fan of the Jaguars because we're not a fan of nobody else now. So it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. State of Florida is very fickle when it comes to that, because of all the transplants and because of all the people that move in and out and everything. You can't develop that fan base because of that.
Same goes for Orlando. The same thing goes for Orlando Magic too. So it's the whole state.
It's the whole state of Florida. We're a transplant state.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of military bases. We have teams here, but people don't really get behind them unless they're doing abnormally great. You have your diehard fans of teams in Florida, like you're a Magic fan, I'm a Jaguar fan and a Heat fan, and so we're built on that. We're built on because we lived in Florida. But then you got people that are coming from in and out of state. They don't care. They don't care about your Florida team because they come with their own team.
Right.
Sure, they'll root for you if they live in the city, but they don't care like we care. and you can see it. You can see it when you go to those games. Even Buccaneer games now, you can get a ticket easy to go to Buccaneer games. Everybody always jokes about Jaguars, but Miami and Tampa are the same way because they got so many transplant fans, and there's usually more fans of the other team, or just as many fans of the other team in there as there is home fans. So we're just a fickle state.
Oh, good times there. All right, let's close this bad boy up. You got anything else to add, Mr. Carter?
Nope.
All right. Well, hey, make sure you follow us on Twitter. Go add us. Go to @BallsNotCourt. You can follow me at @CP. Mr. Carter.
You can follow me at KevinC2415.
All right. Make sure you do go visit the Hardwood Nation at www.thehardwoodnation.com. This slogan will change, but so for the last few times you were here, the fastest NBA news source made by fans for fans. The new slogan will be coming soon, so just stay tuned here.
He's changing the slogan to Cortez is not a contributor.
No, it's something like no bias, no spin, just sport. I can't remember, so I don't want to.
No bias. No bias.
I
read one. I'm sorry. I gotta say, I read one on there the other day where dude was completely biased, and I'm like, what the hell are you writing, dude? Whatever.
Yeah, I tell you what, man. So that's his new slogan, and we gotta talk to CL about that. And I'm sure Mr. Carter will let him know, like he always do.
No bias. No bias. So you're saying all them people that write about the Knicks and all that stuff ain't going to have no bias toward them? Yeah, right. We know New Yorkers have the most bias toward their teams than any other person in the freaking galaxy. Sorry, I went off on my thing. We all know Knicks fans make excuses.
There we go. It's fine.
24 hours a day they make excuses. Don't worry, Knicks fans. You still have Carmelo. It's okay.
So, but yeah, there's a new...
And if somebody says something to me, I'll just be like, what? I can't hear you. There's ringing in my ear. Oh.
But CL's revamping the site, so make sure y'all do go check that out. It should be launching at the beginning of the NBA season. It's gonna be
and don't worry, people. Just because he's revamping the site don't mean we're revamping the podcast. We're gonna be the same way we always are.
Oh yeah, we're not changing.
We will show bias if we want to.
There we go. Kevin Hill on that for you guys. All right.
That's what you do.
There we go. But yeah, make sure you download the podcast, Podomatic, iTunes.
And go to our Facebook page.
Yeah, Facebook. Go search the Balls Not Court podcast is there. You also can listen to the podcast there. Stitcher, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, iTunes. It's everywhere.
And if you have time, go and visit our buddy's Facebook page as well. For the barber shop that we were actually...
Custom Cuts. That's right.
Yeah, Custom Cuts. Go and visit Chris's website, Custom Cuts. We're going to be doing a...
Yeah, as he said, we're going to be doing a lot of shows from there. So, shout out to Chris, and I know it was a pleasure. Once again, even though he's not here on the show, it was fantastic doing that with him. So, but that should do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. We do want to thank you for listening to the Balls Not Court podcast. This is Cortez Paul signing with Kevin Carter. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon.